Hello and welcome back to another episode of LMS Cast. Today I'm joined by a special guest. His name is Arnus. He's from Hostinger, which is a web hosting company that's been around since 2004. They've got some rock solid WordPress hosting. We've just tested it with Lifter LMS. It performed very well. It's a very affordable, approachable option. And we're going to get into what Hostinger is, what it's all about today. Welcome to the show, Arnus.
Hi, Chris. Happy to be here, and thanks for inviting me today.
Yeah. Um, Tell us a little bit about Hostinger, like the origin story. Where did Hostinger come from? And I know now it's like big. You guys have data centers all over the place, and you have customers coming in from all over the world. I know you're big in places like Brazil, and I'm watching on YouTube all these multi-language videos, people talking about Hostinger. Where did this story begin?
Yeah, I would be happy to share that. So, as you mentioned in your intro, everything started at 2004 at November in the same city I'm living at right now. It's in Kaunas, Lithuania, and a group of techie people basically kickstarted this personal company and named it Hosting Media. Then, after the years, like after innovations and the new things, everything kickstarted when we started creating our own panel. This was like a new thing when we're not offering like cPanel, but it was our in-home custom functionality and so on. And throughout the years of the innovations, new stuff built in, new features that were made by us, Hostinger brand came in, and yeah, really happy about the naming of it, the branding of it, the coloring, and all of the team's hard work really paid off. And yeah, it's really amazing to see the company growing every year and getting public exposure to communities like WordPress and other smaller CMSs.
What do you see what do you see about the WordPress community? I mean, you guys created WordPress specific hosting.
Mhm.
Tell us more about that offer and where it came from and how it's going.
Yeah, so it's quite like, let's say, straightforward. It's not a secret that WordPress is, the most popular content management system there is, with the volume of the websites there is, and we wanted to offer a hosting plan that is directly dedicated for it, that it would like benefit the user itself, how's the setup procedures going of the plan, and what they're able to to experience it. Because like the once you get the WordPress hosting plan, you straight up get the WordPress and you just jump on the onboarding and fill out the details, on selecting the preferences for theme plugins, and you're ready to roll on making your website with your unique content.
That's awesome. And when somebody asks you, how do you answer the question like what makes hosting or different or special? What
So there are times when this question is asked quite often, and especially like that question in the WordCamps. Uh, what I really like is that we have our own servers. Uh, this is one of the reasons why we're able to provide these prices to the customers, because our infrastructure is our own. So we order the price, the server specification details, all of the bare metal things. We send that to the designated location, and our team assembles everything and preps it to get it going. So we have that control of our own infrastructure and maintenance of it and so on. This is one of the things. Then, of course, the custom panel. Why I like this? Because like it's the thing where you can keep on growing, and it at quite good pace. Let's say uh, we see a demand in some specific feature that clients may like, and there's no stopping us that why we shouldn't create it for and deliver it to the clients if we see a need for it. And yeah, these are the things like that like come straight directly to my mind.
That's awesome. And you're the product owner of hosting.
Yeah, I'm currently a product owner of the web hosting product.
Tell us about that role. Like I'm a product owner of Lifter LMS. So, but like, what is it like at a hosting company? What kind of things are you looking at, and how does what kind of things are you working on to continuously improve hosting?
Yeah, so as a product owner at the hosting product, what I do is work on the new upcoming initiatives that we will be delivering to the clients. I work closely with the developers, with the designers, how the feature should function, how it will look like, and then we all together make that happen on Hostinger itself. So if like we have the like upcoming no, like have our own public roadmap with the released features and the upcoming features. So let's say one of the initiatives as an example, I worked on is it was released quite some time ago, but it just directly came to my mind, is providing WordPress vulnerabilities on the plugins, on the themes and the core versions. And like, it's one of the initiatives I worked on with the developers and how we can represent it better for our clients so they would get, benefit from it and would able to keep their site secured.
Very cool. Hostinger appears like super international in its reach and its kind of its culture. Tell us about that, like just the international nature of Hostinger.
Yeah, so we have a lot of colleagues working all around the world. We do have an office in Brazil, like a physical office, and yeah, we really have a great marketing team on spreading the word globally about Hostinger. But we not only limit ourselves to the marketing, but we have people all around. We also hire people from all around the world. So over the time, the word of that, just grew on, and I believe it will keep on growing. And yeah, more worldwide news will come from like Hostinger itself.
That's awesome. And you mentioned WordCamps. Hostinger started doing more with WordCamps. I'm looking forward to connecting with you at WordCamp Europe that coming up this year in Greece. Yeah, like how do you guys think about WordCamps? What do you guys do there? And how has it affected the hosting company?
Yeah, so I've personally been right now, I believe, to 3 of them. And yeah, it's been what I really like about WordCamps from my personal view is that I'm able to talk with the WordPress people directly and ask what they expect out of the hosting provider. What are their struggles that they would expect from the hosting provider, to solve out? Or even in some of the cases, like I believe it was in the US, WordCamp US, where I met a few people that are already our clients, and they just came in with the feedback, and that was really amazing to hear directly feedback from them. So for me as a product owner, WordCamps really is a great place to gather feedback, to know the community, what are their expectations, and yeah, and
that's awesome. What would you say to like a course creator, like somebody, let's say it's their first website, they're coming to Hostinger, they've got big hopes and dreams, they're kind of new to the this is like their first website project. How should they think about getting started on your platform to build their online business, their online education company?
it's pretty simple, to be honest. Of course, when you're creating not only like a course product, but any like website, you need to think of the budget of yourself. But for the course program, I know we have clients that do that and keep going on doing that, and the base of them do increase. I would like pick our shared hosting plans out of the pricing, and like directly install the WordPress, and one of the plugins that could be installed is like Lifter LMS, since it's a direct assistance. And like in terms of limitations, I do know that websites that provides you know tutorials on certain things could take up more spaces. So I would also directly check on the limitations of the hosting plan, since you'll be paying money, you don't want to like run out of the space anytime soon. And yeah, we handle all of the installation of the WordPress. You just click to install it, select your theme, and create your first tutorial how to solve a certain task.
Awesome. And how should somebody think about scaling? Let's say, first they're just building in private, nobody's really coming to the website. Then maybe they get 100 users, and then things start to take off, and maybe we get up to 1,000, 10,000 or more. How do they think about scaling and being supported, or traffic spikes and that kind of thing?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go like direct. Is it all cool if I go with the plant names? Like,
Sure, go for it.
Yeah. So let's say from my personal recommendations for clients who would create websites where they make tutorials and so on, I would recommend like the business hosting plan out of the shared scope. And we actually assist in this place for our clients. Like we show what's their usage, what's their traffic from coming from different countries, and we inform clients. Let's say one day you start to reach like 80 or 90% of the resources that are being currently used. We first suggest them to go over, perhaps there's something happened with the website that is only like a one-time thing. We do have a feature called Boost Plan, which what it does for you, it increases your limits free of charge, and you can just try out a higher tier plan without actually committing to it. So you would see like, oh yeah, it was a one-time spike. It can happen. Everything would go back to normal, and your website would be like up and running without issues. But if it's more of a constant thing, then you would get like a recommendation to step it up and go with a higher tier hosting plan. But as I mentioned, the Boost feature will give you like a free tryout of that higher tier plan.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I just want to mention, I usually don't like saying prices on content because they change and whatnot. But we tested at Lifter LMS the business WordPress plan. It was awesome. Everything worked great. The site was fast. And as of today, as of this recording, the price on there is $3.99 a month plus 3 months free, which is an incredible value because especially a startup like a course creator, just new entrepreneur, they're often doing it as a side hustle, or they don't want to invest too much money in the beginning. And this is a great entry point for people to be able to get in and not have the hosting get out of hand or on day one or whatever. So that's really incredible. Can you elaborate a little more? You mentioned it, but some of the people watching this aren't super technical and know about hosting infrastructure or whatever. And I remember in my WordPress journey, when I kind of realized more about how hosting works, it's just interesting. And can you explain that part about how you have your own servers and therefore you're able to control the prices better, and how some hosting companies, it's not actually their servers, they're subcontracting somewhere else? Can you explain how all that works and how Hostinger does it?
Yeah, of course. So renting servers can get expensive pretty fast, because when you need to scale things up as a hosting provider and you're renting servers, prices add up. And where based on our current infrastructure, we are able, to keep the prices low, because when we need to extend, all we need to do is get some more additional server space in the delivered, and that's all. Like there are some, electricity and so on, but it's still more beneficial for us to have our own infrastructure. And when it comes to like the technical details, we have really nice Lightspeed servers, where we have the Lightspeed caching plugin, which additionally provides speed for the website of the WordPress. So yeah, I'm thinking what of like when it comes to infrastructure, what additional details I could provide, but like when it in comparison with the rented servers, but basically because we make everything our own, not in terms of infrastructure, but like feature set, panel, all of those controls are own in-house made. We're able to to provide these prices for our customers.
That's awesome. And that's just cool that you pass a lot of that savings on to the customer so that they can get started at an affordable price. Can you take us on a tour of some of the other things that Hostinger offers? There's email and some other things. Like what else is the company making and offering that digital creators might be interested in?
Yeah, would be happy to. So apart from the different web hosting plans that we have, like Shared Cloud WordPress, we do have like other products as well. So we have our own VPS hosting plans. Those are like more dedicated servers, and we also do provide them with like the prepared cPanel VPSs. It's like a really comfortable panel. I did try it myself. We did not found any like issues, and it's really like a quite nice design, I can say as well. And also we have a VPS hosting plan servers that is ready for a Minecraft server. So if anyone want to host up with your buddies a Minecraft server to play on, we already have them prepped up. And also we provide our own email services. We have a dedicated team for that with the developers, and yeah, same with that comes with the hosting features. We are able to do them on our email services as well. And also on Hostinger, you're free to register domains with like quite a lot of variety of TLDs. And if you like come up with a hosting plan with us as well, like a free domain will be given to you. Like I believe that you have to choose like a higher period of time, and the free domain will be added to your hosting plan. So that's a win-win also.
Yeah, that's awesome. In our testing, we got the free domain as well. And I'm like, it just makes it, you've done a lot of work removing the friction on the initial setup, which is really cool. So keep up the good work here. Well, that's awesome. This is Arnas. He's from Hostinger. It's at hostinger.com. Any final words for the people, advice on getting started with a Hostinger plan or other ways to connect with the company or ask questions, get support, that kind of thing?
Yeah, so like a final remarks on this would be, guys, don't be afraid to try out. There's always a 30 days money back guarantee. And we do have 24/7 support in like different languages, and you can ask any questions you may have on the site's development, on the issues that have occurred. We will help out with any questions. And yeah, straight from the registration part, you'll be having access to the support. And you can write us to contact@hostinger.com. And yeah, we'll be happy to help you out.
Awesome. Well, Arnas, thank you for coming on the show. I'd encourage everybody to go check out Hostinger, check it out for hosting, check out their WordPress hosting plans. And I look forward to seeing you at WordCamp Europe in Greece.
Likewise, Chris, thanks for inviting me. Thanks for inviting me today. It was a pleasure.